Hi guys, M Vibes here. Who is M Vibes? Who is she? Well, I am here to pick your soul and not your brain, because I'm not that interested in your brain. There's too many out there walking. Okay? So, if you're ready, if you trust me, let's dive right in. Hi guys, M Vibes here. Today I am going to present you one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my life. And fortunately, she's also one of my best friends.
Aww.
And every time I see her, I'm in her presence. Always something freaking amazing is happening. And obviously, Isabella is very successful in every aspect of her life. And today, I am very interested, Isabella, to pick your soul and not your brain, because that's what M Vibes is about, guys. Picking the freaking soul. There's too many brains walking out there. So, Isabella, my love, I'm gonna, let you introduce yourself and tell everyone, what do you want them to know about you? Who is Isabella?
Wow, this is probably one of the nicest introductions I've ever received. So thank you for that. The feeling is absolutely mutual. You're amazing. I am so glad you're in my life. And we all come on this earth for a reason. And I am glad to be here with you in this live form.
Yes.
Yet again, who knows how many lifetimes we've had together. But, to be in this form that we are right now, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
So thank you for that. As M Vibes was saying, my name is Isabella Hamilton. I am from Romania, which is what connected us in the first place. We got introduced by some common friends, and we have stayed friends ever since. I came to United States when I was 20, going on 21, with $100 in my pocket, and I was able to create my own reality, and I am living in my reality. And thank you for saying I'm very successful. I do feel successful every day, not only financial, but just blessed to, one, be alive, because how much time did it take for us to be created? How many generations had to come together for us to be alive and to be in this life form right now? So this is why I am successful, and I want to make the best out of my time on earth this time, because it's very short. So it's just amazing being here with you, and I'm totally in your presence as well. I know you said I drag you into my energy when you're around me, and I can understand that. I can understand that.
Yes, because oh my God, we were talking today, when you came, and I knew that when she's gonna be around me, like my energy is just gonna be like, wow, high and just all over the place. And I said, okay, Emmy, Isabella is coming. Ground yourself. Make sure everything is in place. It's just,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it is amazing. And I'll tell you why, because I connect with a lot of people, and I have no problem connecting with people, but there are some that just like activates something in my heart that I cannot even explain it. And with you is, I'm like, I want to learn from Isabella. I want to learn, like I plan all these things, and I'm like, every time I want to make the best of my time when I spend with you, because I know you're busy, you're always traveling, but it never happens the same. It never happens like how I want it, because we just start talking about, like, I'm like, okay,
the spiritual world and psychedelics and how to make money, and what else do we talk about? Everything.
Yes, and I'm like, well, I want to ask her, like, she's making like this figures of this and that, and she's so successful, and I'm like, okay, I'm all about spirituality, I'm all about growth, but then also, I'm learning that we need some strategy in life, and here's gonna be my question. You are very in tune with yourself, with your heart, as a woman, as a mom, you know, as a sister, as a friend, and as a businesswoman. And also I want to ask you, you know, what would be a strategy that can ground yourself using your abilities, your gifts, to not forget about yourself, you know, but still, you know, make a living, you know?
Right.
Because I see you, you know, I see you on stage when you're speaking, and you're different. You know, one of the reasons why I love to be around you is because, you know, like you cut like the bullshit out, you know, you're always yourself, you know. What was your strategy, you know, that to stay in place with yourself, to be connected to you?
I love it. Continue. Yeah. I had no idea that this is me. So thank you. Continue.
No, it is you, because, you know, like even last week we were at the conference and we spent some time, and you are like, there is always that part of your brain, you know, that like, okay, I'm here with, this is my intention, making money, closing deals, you know?
Right.
But still there was like this, like you're just in this goddess energy, and I love it, you know? So I want to, because I mean, this podcast is for men and women, for everyone, you know? But there are girls, I feel that, how I started my journey, right? Everyone was telling me, like, you either one thing or the other, you know? You can mix spirituality, you can mix business together. And for me, I felt stuck, I felt like suffocated, you know, because I couldn't just like, I'm like, dude, why can't I have it all? I want to have it all. I know I can have it all. So why people are telling me that they put me in a box? But I know how Nicki Minaj says, I'm a girl that cannot be defined. You can't define me. I cannot even define myself because I'm unlimited. There's so many freaking gifts I have. So
there you go.
Yeah. So
you just no. I will answer in my own words, but yes. Usually the answers come in the form of questions. So usually if you ask yourself a question that you've been burning to know, the answer will come in the form of that question. So, and you just said that. You said why can you not have both? And I believe that the reason for my success is always asking questions such as yours. Why can I not have both? Because when I came here from Romania, you know, my programming was very different than it is today. I was taught to keep my mouth quiet. I was taught not to ask questions. And it wasn't necessarily anybody specific saying, oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. It was just culture. It was all around. So I was programmed not to ask questions. And then I realized that every time I started asking questions, things just started happening. So like in this case, why can you not have both? You can, and you will, as long as you realize that you have the power to do so. Because a lot of people think that if you're spiritual, then you must not care about money. It's like you're either one or the other. And this has been transmitted from generation to generation, depending on everybody's religious belief or how they grew up or whether they're Democrat or Republican. There's so much division out there in the world. And, you know, they always think it's good or bad. So for a spiritual figure to want to have money, it's almost ridiculed in a sense. You cannot have both. You're either a yogi and you're a hippie with no shoes, or you're a bougie Louboutin, Louis Vuitton wearing queen. And I said, why not both? And what I did, I actually implemented what I felt in my soul, the spiritual part of me, I can have a shit ton of money. Literally, I just made the decision because I realized that money is just energy. So just like you're speaking to your friend, like you're my friend and I love you, I will never speak bad about you, ever, period. So if we decide to put money into that position of a friend, money is your friend. When people say money is evil, if you have a lot of money, you must be the worst person on the planet. If I change money for Emmy, Will I say Emmy's the worst person ever? Would you ever want to hang out with me if all I did was talk shit about you?
Exactly. Thank you.
I made money as my friend. I said, you are welcomed here. You are allowed to be part of my life. I call to you. Money is just energy. Money's my best friend. And I challenge everyone listening to do the same thing and say, you know what? What have I been conditioned to believe that money is? What has society told me that money is? And once you have those answers, where is that answer coming from? Who told you that that's what money's from? Is it your parents? Is it your parents' parents? Parents that told them that money is evil. And once you realize that's not even what you believe, then you're able to release that. For me, friendship, love, money, it's all the same. The way I make $100 is the way I'm going to make $1 billion. Absolutely the same. There is no difference because it's all energy. So if I can attract this, why not attract that? Like, we like to put labels and we like to quantify things. Oh my God, $100 is less than $1 billion. Are you holding that $100 in your hand right now? Are you holding that $1 billion in your hand? No. So why does it matter? It's just energy. It's just a number. And the more you're allowing yourself to become friend with this so-called money, it will be easier for this friend to come into your life, because now you're no longer rejecting this friend. You're no longer talking shit about this friend. So your friend is gonna be like, okay, I see.
I want to be with you.
I see. Yes. Now you're cool. Now we can chill.
Let's play.
Last time I asked one of my friends, I said, I want you to picture yourself a year from now opening your online banking and tell me what you see. And he said $50,000. And I said, really? You literally just caught the goldfish and you're telling me you're only asking $50,000. And this is just to show you how limited our thinking is, because I know what went through his head. He's thinking, he was doing calculation. He was doing math. He's like, okay, if I do this, if I do that, then okay, the logistics, I'll definitely have $50,000. But why? I literally had you make a wish. You could have wished for anything. You can wish for anything. And when you do that, the universe allows for more of that to come in. All you have to do is let go of whatever you've been taught that money is about. Why not dream for $1 million? Why not 100? Why not 500? Who's putting on this limit?
Remember, you came. So when I had that accident, and you came to my house, and I had my vision board, and I had a couple millions of the check, and she's like,
"How much was it? What was the number?"
I think it was like, I don't know, 100,000, and then you're like, you put it into 100 millions, and I'm like, for me, as much as I work on shifting the mindset, and it's just like, dude, for that moment when you did it, like.
It freaked you out?
It freaked me out. I'm like,
because your conscious mind was like, how the hell am I going to do this, right? You're thinking, I can do 100,000 easy, but how am I going to get to that? It's like, it's almost, we're battling with what we can do. You're thinking, how am I going to do this?
Because my human body,
your job,
exactly,
to know
and remember
how you're going to get it.
You said just like, you just have to put the intention out there and open the door and leave the house, because the universe is gonna take you exactly in the places that you need to be, with people that you need to talk. But just as an example, guys, that how important is to do this exercise, I would actually, challenge people to write numbers down, write that number that you want to have it, and feel like, okay, I'm going to start with like $10,000, right? And feel how your body's feeling. Then go to the 50,000, 100,000, a million, 2 million, 3 million, and see how you feel. I think that is a really good exercise for you to see where you're at in life. Because if your body, it feels good just with 50,000, then my friend, you got to level up.
Yeah, that's if it doesn't scare you, that's not your number.
Exactly. Yes.
You have to be so scared that you're like, holy shit, how in the world I'm gonna do this?
With 100 million.
And again, that's not your job to know. So now we're not talking woo-woo stuff like, oh my God, I want $1 million, and then you close your eyes and you go to sleep. No, it's you put your intention. You believe. This is the very important part. A lot of people use the law of attraction in in a very different way, and then they wonder why it doesn't work. It works halfway, but you have to meet it halfway too. So it's not only setting the intention, but it's also how do you feel in that moment? Because I'll tell you what, people want money, cars, houses, all of this because they want to be happy. Again, they want all of these because they think it will bring happiness into their life. Now, I want you to be happy now. If you can only reverse engineer that happy part. I'm getting a house, I'm getting the nicest cars, I'm getting a mansion, I'm getting a private jet, because all of these will make me be happy finally. What happens is a lot of people go through that, they make all this money and they get to the end point and they're like, why am I not happy?
So what now, basically?
Exactly. So now I want you to start being happy now. And once you are happy, truly happy and at peace with who you are right now, everything else is just a game. Everything else is going to be like this. You're just going to call it into your life. And I'm telling you this because I freaking did it. I had $100. That's all I had. No English, no friends, no family. And I was able to create a mini empire. You know, it's a work in progress, but I am happy now. And when you are happy now, it doesn't matter because I'm not holding myself to that number. Even though I made it as a goal, I want to be a billionaire in 5 years. I gave myself 5 years. If that doesn't happen, which it will, obviously, but if it doesn't, that I have no emotions connected to that.
Because not attached to it.
Correct. I am happy now. Now is just a game for me. It's like, what else I can do? What else I can attract in my life? And also, very important, it's not to have attachments to that number, thinking, okay, I want $1 billion. What are the steps? Because if I started thinking about the steps that it would take for me to go from where I am right now to that B status, it would freak me out and I would probably never go to sleep again. So it's not my job. My job is to make the plan and let it set with me, with the universe, and whatever steps this takes me, I'm with it.
Yeah, because I was just listening to someone and I loved how he was putting together, it's like, okay, so there is a time when we prepare the soil, right? We have to take all the weeds out, we have to clean, and you know, everything, it has to be like nice and clean and empty. So we're preparing the soil, we're filling it, and then we're planting the seed. And then there is a transition in between, you know, planting the seed, waiting. Basically, how it happen in life, imagine, right? You're basically letting go of something to move into a new identity. So let's say you want to be a billionaire, right? You know, because we had this conversation, you're like, I know there are things that I have to let go. There are habits. There are things that I have to change about myself. So basically, you're preparing that soil. Then you're planting the seed that you want to be a billionaire. And there would be this time, guys, of transition, of nothing happening. And this is, I feel like, where a lot of people stop. Because nothing happens, because it's the time when you have to be patient, is that transition. You're moving into your new identity. You're moving into those different vibrations. So then your vibration can match the vibrations of the billion, right? So thank you, Isabella.
Yeah, of course.
This is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also, you know, these statuses that we put in on ourselves and that we try to achieve, I allow you to do that. Literally, I allow you, and you have to allow yourself to receive because the world is abundant. Like, I am no different than any of you. I'm no different than you. I'm no different than any single person listening to this. And because a lot of people, you know, they see us talking right here, right? We're in San Diego. It's nice out. It's like they have it made. You know what? They're always meant to do this, but really, it's not. We all came from the same place. Some of us, you know, I thought my history was pretty crazy until I met Emmy, and I was like, holy shit, I am embarrassed to tell my story now.
I remember when you said that was just so funny. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I can no longer tell anybody my story. Like, my story is like nothing compared to yours. And why I'm telling you this is, even the fact that you're able to watch this on your phone or computer, even the fact that you have eyes to see this, it's a blessing. And you are already winning at life. And I know it's very easy for us to make excuses. It's part of our ego and our process that has helped us throughout the thousands of years that we have been on earth to protect us. But it's 2021, and there's some things that we no longer need. We no longer need to be scared of tigers coming and get us. So same thing. Like, we just need to really be present with ourselves and say, this no longer serves me. And you will always, it's always a work in progress. You'll always say, well, my parents said that having money is bad. Just say, don't hate that part of your life because it brought you to where you are right now. Just say, thank you, thoughts. Thank you for reminding me that. I appreciate you. I love you. It's time to let you go. I cannot become who I need to become if I continue to hold on to you. You have helped me throughout my past, and I appreciate you. You have kept me safe when I was down. You have kept me safe when it was rainy and thunder, but now it's sunny, so I no longer need you in my life right now. And that is how you let go. You don't have to beat yourself up. Oh, I will never change. Oh, my parents taught me this, so that means I can no longer change. You can always change your programming, and it is the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. Making money, it's easy. Staying healthy, it's easy. Your brain, you working to reprogram everything that you have learned, that is where the hard part comes in. And most people don't want to do it. Most people want to go to work, come home, turn on TV, sip a beer. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, but is that how you want to live your life? And that's not good or bad. If that is who you are, and if that's how you want to spend your life,
it's going to be your life.
And that's fine. There's no labels, good or bad. Just if this video resonates with you and you feel like it's time for you to change your life, then really consider what I said. And only you have the power to change your life. If you go to work today and your boss pisses you off, just say, you know what? I will not give my power away to this person. Just say, maybe it doesn't matter if it's something that you did or not. Just say, thank you for showing me this part of myself. What is it that I can do to take control? Because most people blame it. Oh, the economy is bad. This is bad. That is bad. When we do that, we let our powers go, meaning we give somebody else the power to control our future. Just say, okay, what is it that I did that I can fix today to take me to where I want to be?
Yeah, I feel like this is the power of responsibility, guys, and taking actually charge of your life. Because, well, first of all, for many generations, we've been just like taught and raised as that, like, there is one God out there, and everything that is happening in this world is because of him, right? So we never actually were taught how to take charge, be responsible, accountable for what you want to do. It takes courage, it takes power, but we are not taught to live this way. So then when you take all that and you go within yourself, there is nothing to blame. There's no to point fingers at, and you're basically the only one who can create a change. But that takes courage. That takes balls,
Absolutely. But once you realize that it's you, that it's been you the whole time creating this, imagine the white canvas that you can now start writing on it. If you take your power back, you're like, okay, wait, so I got that job. It was me who said that. It was me who did this. Wait a minute, now I can start all over. How freeing is that, knowing that you can create your own reality? Yes. And you can create your own reality. And whether you believe that's true or not, you are right. Whether you believe your reality is not created by you, you are absolutely right. If you believe that you have power to change your life, you are correct.
That's amazing. And you definitely... someone told me once, right when I just opened the cave, someone said that, Amy, I love a woman when she walks into a room, she doesn't try too much. When she walks in, you can feel the power, you can feel the energy. And I remember that. When he said that to me, that was the image of Amy that I wanted to see in 5 years. And guess what? I did meet that guy, later on. And he told me, he's like, I want to be with someone like you. When you walk into a room, Like you don't try too much, it's just your energy. So the reason why I said this story is, Isabella, yes, we need courage, we need knowledge, we need experience in life. But my experience with you, besides all the magic that you have, is confidence. Tell me how... tell me, what is confidence to you, and how the confidence helped you to come from a place, because you're not arrogant, I've met confident people, but arrogant at the same time. There's a very fine line. You are not, and the feedback that I got from other people about you,
you surveyed? You surveyed people?
I went on a hunt.
Listen, I like it. I like it. Bring it.
I told you, I am here to pick your soul, baby. So
my soul is wide open.
Yes, I know. So tell me, how confidence, and how did you get to this point? Just
Yeah, of course. Confidence definitely takes time, but again, it comes from the decision of, what do I want? Who do I want to be? And once you decide that, you're like embodying this new person. So a recent thing that I've been doing, and hopefully this will answer the question, is when I decided that I wanted to be a billionaire, I was like, okay, can Isabella right now be that Isabella in the future that's a billionaire? So what I did, I said, okay, what would Isabella billionaire do? How would she walk? How would she talk? What are the deals that she's going to accept? So every time I think of something or I walk into a place, I don't walk in like the old Isabella. I walk in like the Isabella that I freaking see in the future, and I'm like, I am here. I am present. I am me. And then when I walk in, I can feel the energies around me just being sucked in.
Yes.
And it's definitely cultivated, but it's that one decision. Who am I, and what do I want to attract in my life?
Who do I need to be right now in this moment?
Exactly. So when I had $100, and I remember I worked here in downtown in San Diego, and I had like no money. I just got this like swanky job of a hostess at a restaurant, and I was like, I am winning in life. I'm making $8 an hour, because before I was making $140 a week. So for me, the steps that I took, I was like, wow, from $140 a week, now I can make like $200 a week or $300. Every step was exciting for me. So I was downtown, I was working at this restaurant, and I remember watching people walk by with like suitcases and dressed really, really nicely, and I would just look at them from my hostess stand like, I wonder, what does it feel like to be that person? Literally, I would say, what does it feel like to be that lady walking into that building, and what do they do there? I always wonder, like, how can somebody be successful?
Yes.
What makes them? So then I acted as if I went to Salvation Army. I bought myself some raggedy suits, and who knows how ridiculous I looked, but I was like, yes, now I look like that person. Which meant for me in my heart, I was like, okay, if I look it, then I can act it. And it's literally, guys, you are NLPing your brain, neuro-linguistic programming. You're literally telling your brain that you are that person. It's like putting on a mask. It's like being an actress on stage. You're like, okay, now this is the old me. I want to be that person. What does it feel like? And it's going to take a while for you to act this out, because it's not natural.
21 days, guys. 21 days. If you follow, well, actually it's been proven that if you follow a habit, it takes 21 days to break a habit, and then, replacing with a new one. So just wanted to tell.
And every day, and it doesn't end. You just keep showing up at that person. First day is going to be very hard, very awkward. Second day, the same. And next thing you know, you're just it. You literally are just it. So now when I walk into a room, I just know it's me. And I know just being me, it's enough. it's enough, because a lot of people think, oh, if only I were skinnier, if only my hair was longer, if only this, if only that, then I would be confident. We're always waiting for that if only, which never comes, because there's never future and there's never a past. It has always been now. We're always in the present. And I know you watching this, you think about what I'm about to say. When in your lifetime have you ever lived in the past or in the future? It's always been now. So when you think, oh, if, once I lose 20 pounds, then I'll be confident. No, be confident now and everything else will follow. Be confident now and everything that you ever dreamed of will come to you. And not only that, but when you're confident, when you stand your ground, everybody's attracted to you. They're like,
you're like a magnet.
How are you doing this? And you're just able to stay within your heart and within your soul. And this is why there's no arrogance, because when you realize who you are, there's not even a need to show off. But because your soul is so pure, it's almost impossible. Even for those who don't like you, they still want to know, what the hell is different about you? How are you so different? What are you doing different? And you're not doing anything different, but being your true self, because we're all so unique. I'm no better than you, and you're no better than anybody else. But if we're able to remove all these masks that society tells us to wear, and you stay in your presence, then you're going to be like, wow, it feels really nice to be me. And then your tribe will be attracted to you.
Yes. I love this. And to add to our confidence thing, I know that you practice, meditation. You practice just to ground yourself and all this placing intentions. And I remember we went on a trip in Miami, and we had amazing time. I feel like this is when we really connected.
Yes,
I feel that there was like really the energy in the air was amazing, and I feel like until then I had like question like everyone has, like how am I gonna get the money? How am I gonna do this? Like, seeing women, seeing any successful person that I want to be like that and embody them. But my biggest lesson that I've had since then, it is all about connection. It's all about being present and creating something really special. So for me, when we had that moment with meditation was amazing,
Yes.
I definitely saw that a different part of yourself, how deep can you go? So tell me a funny story that happened recently.
How recent? How recent do you want to go?
Very recent. Guys, as you know.
Which story? Because you know quite a lot of my stories. Which one do you want me to talk about?
Okay, so we are going to integrate and implement a lot of psychedelics on this channel. It's just gonna be amazing. And I feel that I am a successful person, a successful woman.
Yes,
feel
you
it.
are.
I am.
Yes, you are.
But my approach, I want to have a different approach, and I'm sure there's a lot of people already doing it and trying, but there is something about the medicine, the psychedelics, that really just opens up a different kind of world, and how we connect with people, it is very, very different, even after it, So tell me a story, how, I don't know, something that happened that you've tried, received the medicine, a psychedelic, I don't know, I think you were telling me about LSD, or no,
DMT.
DMT.
You want me to tell your listeners about my DMT story?
Because we were on the balcony in Miami, and you were just so excited about that. So tell me, how did that change you? Because the reason why I'm asking is because there are steps, guys, that you take in life. It's our life journey, right? We're gonna experience stuff, we're gonna learn, we're gonna grow, we're gonna let go of other stuff and just move forward. And I feel that the medicine really, if you're intentional about, again, it's not right and wrong, but when you use it in intentions, it amplifies it even more, right? So I am on a self-discovery. I want to go deep. I want to just open my heart wide open. When I received ayahuasca and I worked with the medicine, it took me to another level. but I want to hear your story because as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, again, as all these statuses and labels, if you go down to the main core, what is important to you? Like besides all the status?
Love.
Okay.
It all starts with love and it ends with love. So again, my programming from my previous life in Romania was pretty set in stone. I was like, you know what? Drugs are bad. Alcohol is bad. This is bad. I've always steered clear from, and I still do. I think psychedelics are they're medicine, just like you said. So let's call it that. It's literally medicine for the soul. So my whole life, I saw people, doing psychedelics or different type of recreational drugs, and I said that will never be me. So I waited my whole life till last year in Austin. I had a friend that I was discussing with him about this thing I've heard. It's called DMT. I don't know the exact
the way you say DMT.
I don't know the exact description of it, but I was like, it's time. I think it's time for me to try it. So I want to give you this background just so you know, never drugs into DMT. It's like going from 0 to 100 real quick, like Drake says. Okay, so let's just say that that's exactly what happened. So I went from like 0 drugs to never ever touched anything to DMT. So DMT, for those who don't know what it is, they say you have this substance in your body, and when you die, research says that your pineal gland opens because of this DMT substance, whatever you want to call it. So I was like, I'll try it. Like, what do I got to lose? Well, I didn't know it was going to propel me into another freaking universe. So I'm sitting in Austin with this guy, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you for showing me another world. He set up this beautiful experience for me. It was this gorgeous house. Him and some friends rented by the pool. Sun was shining, warmth on my face. I was feeling good. Meditation music on. Legit, just like a perfect experience should be. So this substance, you can smoke it, and that's what he did. He brought in whatever you call, like a little pipe. So he had me try it once, and he's like, so what do you feel? I said, I'm seeing the lights a little brighter. In my head, I'm thinking of all these things that I read about mushrooms and everything else, how it kind of opens your vision a little more. Everything seems brighter. There's colors. So in my head, because that's what we do with our brain, we rationalize everything. I'm thinking, oh, I should be seeing this. I should be seeing that. So I was trying to come up with what I thought it was going to happen. And I said, I feel like the light turned on. That's what I said to him. I said, this is it? He's like, no, that's not it. So we go another round, and I smoke it, and I hold it in. And then I close my eyes. And once I close my eyes, he said, you see it, you have it. And all I could do was this. And my arms literally fell down my body, and I was no longer a human. And it's very hard, if you ever talk to anybody that has ever had a psychedelic experience, it's very hard to bring that into human words. So I will try to do my best to describe what happened.
Definitely a feeling.
While I was there. So there was no more body. I had no eyes. I had no legs. I had no arms. I had nothing. There was nothing. All there was the soul. Again, I'm trying to put it into human words, that there was a soul or a brain or something thinking. And I was trying to make sense of all of this. So I'm in this universe of the most amazing colors I have ever seen, geometrical patterns that I've never seen in my entire life. And it felt scary. Not in the way that you think of like monsters trying to get you. No, it was like, where am I and why am I here? And how do I go from a moment being on earth and another moment being into another universe, because I've lived my whole life in this human body, and in 1 second I was no longer a human. And that place there, it's even more real than me talking to you right now. And this is also another part of why I think I am so confident, because it's almost like I know, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's almost like this is not really the reality, and that is where the reality is, which means I can allow myself to do whatever I want. I allow myself to be open to tell you this experience, because it's my reality and I created all of it. Even those who are watching this right now, I attracted into my life. So while I was there in that space, my ego self, and ego, it's really just us, our thoughts that says, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that,
just like
stay back.
To be safe and
exactly.
protected.
So my ego was like, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you here? And it kept trying to tell me, remember you're Isabella, remember you're blonde, remember you're this, remember.
This is so good.
I was like fighting, but imagine I was this tiny little speck of dust against this humongous universe. I stood no chance, yet my ego was trying so hard to hold on to what I thought I was. I was like, remember you're this. It's like imagine an ant on the ground trying to like fight with a comet that's even bigger than anything that I could ever experience. It's like, no, I'm powerful, I'm this, I'm smart, I'm successful, I'm this. And it's like, until my voice was no longer there, until I was nothing and I dissipated into nothing, and then I died. I literally died. There was nothing. There was silence. And in the next second, or millions of years, I don't know how long I've been there, I came back, and I was just like trying to feel my body again. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for bringing me back to reality. It wasn't scary, but imagine taking somebody from like one way of how they're taught and send them to some freaking universe in a second. And then I was like, all I could say was, thank you for the experience. Thank you for the experience.
So how did that change you, Isabella?
It allowed
who
me.
Who you were after that?
It allowed me to, I've always knew about the spiritual world, but it's like one thing to know. It's like trying to explain to somebody in a remote island that has never seen a TV in their life. Try to explain a movie, The Matrix, on TV with all the colors. They'll think you're crazy. So it's the same kind of feeling. It's like, it's one thing to know and one thing to experience it. So for me, it gave me permission to be me. It gave me permission to be me. Short, blonde, this, that, with an accent, with this. It gave me permission to be me and be okay with that. That is the biggest thing that I brought back, because we're here for such a short time on this earth, and we're so blessed to experience this. Like me touching you right now. Right. This is a feeling that we don't have when we're in that universe. You don't feel that.
So about this, one of my friends, to see him in Arizona. I was talking to this guy, right? And you know how you put in your intention, like, I'm gonna allow spirit to talk, like, God, use me as a vessel. So I was talking to this guy, and sometimes I talk and I don't remember some stuff that I say, because I know it's not me, it's the message that person needed to hear.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I was just talking about. I'm like, you know what? When I think about the spirit world, or like something that is out because it's bigger than us, right? There is someone else out there, the energy or source.
It's us.
It's us. Yes, exactly. But a different dimension. And I felt like this is exactly what I felt to say. I said that, look, I know I am this, like, the goddess within, and I know I have this, I am everything. I'm the universe. Everything just like flows through me. But I know being a human, it is a gift. A fucking gift.
Yes.
The reason why is because when I understood this better, because it is a feeling, not understanding, let me just put out there, it allows me to fall in love with every single emotion that I have. I fall in love with my pain. I fall in love with my sadness. I feel it because I know guys, this is the only chance you're gonna get it to feel it. There are other, like, when you're there, like, you're being perfect, you know, because when you're there, you're perfect. It's just, it's energy. You're so amazing. I mean, there is no good and bad. It's just here, you know, in this dimension. But when I just stepped into this idea of like, dude, this is the only chance you're gonna feel the orgasm. This is the only chance you're gonna feel the laugh. You're gonna feel the touch. You're gonna feel the hug. When I fucking hug, I hug, because I know you never know. You just never know. That's why a lot of people like sometimes like, okay, in 30 fucking minutes you're gonna hug me, and it's just like, I love it because it's like, I know now so much of this, the God within me and you, and we are all these higher beings. But then now, after it took me, I don't know how many lifetimes and 30 years on earth to really fall in love with me being a human. And when I fall in love and accepted that I'm a human, I accepted my body and who I am, and I don't give a shit, then everything else, oh my God, I just talked and then I have goosebumps. Oh, I know that was a good one. Yes.
I love that.
Yes, because I know it's true. And after this acceptance, then everything else, guys, is just really a game. Like, I'm here to play. Mm-hmm. I'm here to have fun. You know, because everyone, like, I feel, and I cannot tell people how to think and how to feel. Like, we're always on hunt of looking for something, you know. Well, tell me, give me the instant gratification, you know, like, tell me how you did it. Like, how did you do your success? And I'm like, guys, and I was listening to this person, my friend was interviewing this woman, and, you know, there were people that they want to know, like, tell me how did you make 7-figure, like, in a year, you know. But there are steps, and I feel like the major step that unlocking everything that is limited for you is when you accept all these things about yourself, and it starts all with you, and everything else, for me, in my experience now, it is a game. Like, yeah. I am back to my innocence.
This is our playground. This is our playground.
Yes. So now I am back to, you know, but I just live in this mature body, but I'm still, you know, 5-year-old Amy that likes to play, and I feel like that way I'm on my pace. I'm in my line. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm having fun. I accomplish things, but I'm always like, I feel now it comes from a place of innocence. It comes from a place like, guys, let's do it together. You know, I feel like now in my life, and you know, I want you to tell me, but my experience now is, I talked to this girl, and I just recently met her, and what she said, it was so fucking profound. She's like, Amy, you know, I have everything. Like, I have clothes, I have food, I have my car, I have money. Like, I have enough money to do what I want to do. Then now what is left is to give back. Like, I have everything that I need.
I love that.
And when she said that, I'm like, whoa, it's like so simple, but yet so fucking profound, because I'm like, you know, everyone is asking, what is my mission? What's my mission? What's my mission? What's my mission? What's my mission? But now I feel it. Like, okay, I have everything I want. I've accomplished so many fucking things. Like, in a way, like, I become exhausted sometimes. But then when I listen to her, and I'm like, this is it. Like, okay, you go through these changes, you go through this journey of self-discovery, and I know it's a never-ending journey. But now I feel that is about giving back and sharing, you know, with others and helping them, you know, because I ask myself, like, okay, who am I? I know who am I now, and now what's next? What's gonna be next? So I want to ask you now, when you get to that point of 5 billion, which I know, knowing you, I think it's not even about the number. I think for you it's gonna be about the journey that's gonna get you there. You know, how
you know me so well. Just continue. just tell them.
No, but I want you to say it. Like, you give back so much, and we're gonna close with this, guys. Like, where do you find your fulfillment? Because I know you don't find your fulfillment in this race of achievement. It is good, you know, but this is just my experience with you, and you tell me if I'm wrong. But seeing you, observing, and just feeding out of your energy and all the goodness that you do, where and how do you feed your soul? Like, when you come home and you say, fuck, I feel good, where the fulfillment, besides your kid and your family, you know, that's, I know. But talking about like being out there and putting yourself out there.
Sure. It took me my whole life actually to find my purpose. And I've always said, like, you know, it looks so easy for others to find their purpose. Like, for example, my brother, ever since he was little, he wanted to be into music. He's never quit. Not one day in his life. Doesn't matter if my parents said, why you keep doing that? You're not going anywhere. If his friend said, might as well give that up. He never stopped. So I'm like, wow, I wish I had a passion for something like that. And where is it? So I kept looking for it. And I realized that my purpose on earth is to inspire billions of people. So of course, the financial part, again, it is just a number,
you know,
and it's a goal that I just want to accomplish.
Something came in my mind right now.
Go for it.
What you said about, I want to be a billionaire to inspire billions of people.
Yes.
You see? So it's amazing that's how, if you switch, because the money is there, your relationship with money.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it's amazing.
We're besties.
This is exactly what just came to my mind. It's like inspiring the billions of people. And this is a journey for you to get there, you know? But then along the way, you're going to inspire. This is the prophecy, guys.
This is my purpose. This is literally like because, you know, we can all wish for money, and it's like, what are you going to do with all this money? And I'm like, one, how many more people I can reach? And we go back to like our human form. If I tell people, hey, I came here with $100 and I'm a billionaire, guess what? More people are going to listen and believe me. And if I were able to do this by myself and prove it to people, what do you think that's going to do to billions of people around the world? Because money is infinite. It's just energy. There's no shortage of that. The shortage happens in our mind. So if I am able to achieve that status, I can definitely inspire billions and billions of people to taking back their power, to truly believing in themselves and what they can offer on this earth. You know, they keep saying in the news, Earth is overpopulated. There's absolutely no such thing. We are gorgeous spirits on this planet that take absolutely no space. Our souls are so big, and the more we come together, we will heal this earth. We will heal it.
Yes.
And we need more people to be inspired. And if I came on this earth at this time to even inspire one of you, my mission is accomplished. But I will not stop until the last time I take my last breath. I will try to inspire every single human I come across. I love you. I love you.
And my last question, really quick, really fast, because I've been having this.
How do I stay so gorgeous?
I mean,
know.
Obviously, Isabella. If you would have the power now to ask a question, not to ask a question, if you have the power to tell something to your 10-year young, like the 10-year-old kid, what would be one thing, one like simple thing that you'll tell her that will shift her life?
You are a creator. You create your own reality. Simple. I know you wanted something more profound.
No. I love this.
You are a creator, and doesn't matter how long you want it together. You can take a whole life together, or you can take a week together. It's all about what you decide to do. You can get there no matter what. It's just about, when do you want it? Do you want it now, or you want it in 50 years? That's it. Because time, it's just what you make of it.
It's irrelevant. So this question you guys should ask yourself, you know, and you should think about this. And if you would have the power to tell something amazing, or tell something that would change that 10-year-old kid that is you, what would that be? So that being said, thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure. I hope you guys got some good value out of this. We do this because we love people. We love humans, right?
Yes.
There's absolutely no other intention behind this video but just to inspire you, to wake you up to who you really are. And I wish you only the best, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Yes. So guys, M Vibes here. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye. Ew. Hi guys, M Vibes here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if it brought value into your life, make sure to share with someone that you love and appreciate, so maybe you can be that pillar of change for their journey. Love you guys.